sir.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
8:06. 8:06. I told you I'll be back early. I said it. We're here. I said it. We're here. Talks too much. I want my change. MiSuNDERStoOd. 2. Day 3. Action. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. How's we looking? How's this? How's that? It's just this one. Come on. Yeah. She'll get me now. There she go. Ooh. There she go. There she go. Hi. Ooh, sounds loud. Hi. Hello again. Hello. I'm Terrence Taylor. I'm your host. This is this is the beauty of doing this over and over. You just see all of the little things and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. The show is called I Want My Change. I don't think I've said that yet. I don't know why, but the show is actually called I Want My Change. And this is my single human speaking experience. It's me talking about my personal and professional stories and all that comes with growing a business and being a human and how do I balance life and mental health and self and exist and live and make money and love. What's happening? What does that look like? How do I do that? That is I Want My Change. Oh, I freestyled that. That was really cool. It felt really good. And so I'm here today on day 3 of reps. These are just reps, getting to it. I made my notes again. And that's how I got to the point of like, oh, I'm writing these on I Want My Change cards. And these are like the fancy TV like talk cards, which I thought were cool. And I was reviewing, I'm like, I have all this talks too much stuff on the table. I haven't even explained what it is. So today, August the 3rd, on my list I have a chair, what is TTM, the irony, website, Outcast, stolen CDs, and the I Want My Change show. I will start today with TTM. Well, yeah, we'll just keep going from what talks too much. So the show is I Want My Change. It's if you were familiar with Changing the Narrative podcast, it would be like the singular version of that remixed and done my own way. So one person talking, and that was from the challenge of thinking I had to do a show with other people, realizing I need to build my own audience and grow my own, what it is that I'm doing. And so, all right, boom, it's just me. And that's the show. It's part of Talks Too Much, which is, I knew changing the narrative as a concept was like it was always bigger than a podcast. So I always kept changing the narrative, knowing like I got to use this for something, and just trying to remix it and figure out what that was. Eventually, I got to the point of like, man, it's nothing. I got to come up with a new thing to run like the hub of all of my business, professional, kind of creative things. And Talks Too Much became like a revamped version of that. And I got the blurb here. I'm going to read it to you. spent a lot of time writing and coming up with what is what. So this is from a presentation proposal that I made in the process of trying to sell products that I hadn't even created yet. Our goal is to educate and empower attendees, people who come to the shows, listen to the shows. But I'm just going to start again. Our goal is to educate and empower attendees with more than just inspiration, words, and good feelings. We equip humans with the tools and resources to make the necessary changes for personal, professional, and entrepreneurial improvement. Talks Too Much is a franchise model for transforming knowledge holders into paid speakers and coaches. Our blueprint takes the formal education, online learning, and lived experience of technical experts and systematizes their skill set into a profitable speaking and coaching business. Ooh, I need to drink some water because I got the nobody wants to hear or see. You know, when you get the white chunky monkeys in the corners. No, we're not having that. All right. Oh no. All right. And lastly, our speaking and coaching sessions are a hands-on experience, including activities, worksheets, and templates, competitions, recommendations, and group exercises with tangible takeaways and resources to be used beyond the session. That's cool to hear because I read E-Myth Revised by Michael Gerber, and it breaks down McDonald's and how McDonald's is a franchise and how it became that. Excuse me. And once I read that, I was like, oh, I see what I have to do and how I'm not doing it right. And that's essentially why I shut down everything that I was doing before, because it all felt like a blur and it was just unclear. Once I read this book, it was clear, and I knew I needed to just fresh start everything. So that's where Talk Too Much came from. Essentially what I'll do is 2023, I'll start building the foundation, writing the words, what is the thing, getting it registered, getting a website built, creating the foundational pieces of what the business is. 2024 and 25, I will go out on the road like an artist, musician for 2 years and figure out how to build an audience, what to do, what to sell, where to go, and test everything that I feel will work. Again, this is I'm a hip hop baby. So how does the music industry take a creative person who speaks and makes money off of that? Cool. How does paralleling speaking, podcasting, what's the model? How do you take that model and revamp it and spin it, but just change the intent of the speaker? So, of the artist, I mean. So that's what that'll be. I'm gonna figure that out, putting out vinyl, merch, touring, shows, the same way, I'm really excited for that. So I'll spend 2 years piecing that together, trying things, doing the things, and then 24, 25, 2026, I'll spend that time crafting a blueprint and building the thing that will be for sale. I don't need to exist in my business the way that I used to as a freelancer. And that's the problem with most people who start a business. We're technicians, we have a skill, and then we start a business based on the skills that we have. Except running a business is more than just having skills and doing tasks. So it's understanding the formula for how to do it business in a way that the successful people do it. They don't spend all day and night in the grunt work of the tasks. That's not how the rich motherfuckers do it. So what are they doing and how do you take from that? And it's just learning and education and figuring out what that looks like. So I figured out what that looks like. All right, cool. I'm gonna go build a prototype. This is the prototype. Terrence Taylor is a prototype. I want my change as a prototype. And test everything, build it, and then package that up. And then it's for sale for those who want to do what I'm doing right now. So that's Talks Too Much in a nutshell. That's the plan. 3-4 years of what that looks like. And off we go. So, yeah, I thought that would make sense considering I was showing you a mug and talking about a hat. I got business cards, which these I'm not using because I had a phone number. I wanted to use 69 in the phone number, like the last numbers, because I wanted to like write 69 on the business card because obviously, people are going to like that. And the number that I got, 902-789, oh, so good. 9069, it was such a great number, but clearly somebody else had it. And as soon as I got it, I had an inbox full of I had a voicemail box full of, like literally full, like there was 20 messages in a day and a bunch of text messages and just random numbers and phone calls. So it was somebody else's number. I had to just change it. So these business cards are poo-poo. And I also have the digital business cards, which I'd never heard of before. And I'm like really excited to use them. You just tap them by, you can just put it by somebody's phone and all the information that you set up pops up, boom, and then they go, they have it. So the physical, I like the physical. I had square business cards before. I did these rounded edges, and I don't know how I feel about that. I did the cornered edges before. I like them because they're noticeable and memorable, and yeah, but yeah, and then I got a new number, so yeah, but these are all things that happen in setting it up. Get a business phone, get a second phone line, get a new number, can't use the phone number, got to switch everything over after that. So learn, maybe wait on the business cards, which I was actually going to buy them yesterday, and I didn't. I just said, I'll wait. I don't need them right this moment. And yeah, when the time comes, I'll get them. So that's Talks Too Much. I hope that was clear. It'll also be a bit rambly because you're in my brain. So try to keep up. But yeah, cool. I hope that makes sense. That's really exciting. Boom. What's next on my list? Oh. I thought it was very ironic that Terrence Taylor Media was TTM and Talks Too Much is TTM. I didn't do it on purpose. And so, in honor of the retired TTM, we have one of my original, like one of the first things I ever made for Terrence Taylor Media. Today, I haven't worn this sweater in a while. It smells like it's been sitting in the closet for a while too, but it's fine. Yay, evolution is the point in that. Just growing and doing, and things come along, but things get left behind. But I don't know. There's something about that. I don't know what it is, but it makes me feel good. There's a level of bring forward that feels good, and a whole lot of shit that's left behind that I'm so glad is no longer attached. So, yay. I think I kind of did the I Want My Change show. Just me talking. Yeah, I did. No, I did that. Okay, so that's cool. Oh, I'll do this Outcast CD because I lied to you yesterday. I'm very sorry. I said that this wall was finished. It wasn't. Before, in that corner, there was, well, there still is. There's a Biggie poster where the Lil Jon record is. And I should have just taken it off, but I didn't. So I put the Lil Jon one there, and then I put, I don't actually want to tell you what it is. I don't think you'll actually be able to see it, but it's an unnamed, unreleased album from an artist. unreleased records. But then they release them, so I don't actually know how that works. But it's down there. If you can figure it out, I'll give you, if anyone who can figure out what that record is on that very bottom corner next to the Frank Ocean Nostalgia Ultra album, I'll give you, first person, not everyone, a new Change hoodie. Exclusive. You can figure out what that album is in that bottom corner. Free hoodie for you. And so that one spot was empty, and there was a Biggie poster, it's a Coogee poster, and it kind of looked like, oh, it's cool, but me, I was like, yo, if you've gone 98%, like, just go the full 100, like, just get something and fill it in. And so I went and got Speaker Box Love Below, one of my favorite, well, there's a hilarious story behind this. So when I was building this wall, I couldn't get all the records that I wanted because they just didn't exist, or they were way too expensive, or they were on back order, and I just couldn't get them. So something like Watch the Throne would have cost me like $250 to buy a resale. And I was like, no, I'll just buy the CD for $12. Put the CD up there. Eventually I get a call that Watch the Throne has come in at Taz Records and it's $40. I'm like, all right, I'll go get it. So now I have the record and I have the CD. And I decided I was not doing duplicates on this wall at all. So I had to go and get more things. And slowly but surely, I've whittled it down to filling all of these spaces. There's only one spot that maybe, but no, the Kobe, Mike, and LeBron poster, I kind of could cover that with records, but I don't want to. I kind of like it there. And I put the Speaker Box Love Below in that space with the formerly Biggie Coogee sweater, and now the wall's done. Unless something catastrophic in my creative brain changes, the wall's officially done. So, Speaker Box Love Below. The reason why this album is important to me is because when I was in grade 9 or 10, one of the two, I actually stole this CD from Target, along with a whole bunch of other CDs. That was my junior high hustle. I would get CDs and then I would sell them at school. It was my hustle for maybe 3 weeks, because after the third attempt of stealing CDs, I was caught and they called my mom. And that was over. So in and amongst that was Get Rich or Die Trying. I remember that. I think Murphy Lee, like with this song, What the Hook Gonna Be? I don't remember what the album's called, but I think that was part of it too. I just was trying to get lunch money at school. So I was doing what I needed to do. Oh, to never, ever be 16 again. All right, cool. So that's my ode to Outkast. Thank you for creating a memory that is etched in stone. Oh, man, this show's going to be great. Okay. The chair and the website. Those are the last two things I have on this list. Let's do the website because, I mentioned it earlier. We made this, shout out to lovely, lovely human being. We made a website for changing the narrative. It's on a yellow notepad. Oh no, one moment. Boy. Sorry about that. actually is kind of cool though. I have a light above me, and I also have 3 lights behind me. They're tube lights, and they run on battery, but they're also powered by a plug. And I did not plug the plug in, so they died. And I plugged it in, and we are back. And as soon as this camera autofocuses, I will be much happier and will continue to tell the story of the website. So here we go. I'm just going to do it from here and hope that changes back. So the website was changing the narrative. It was great. It was on yellow notepad. It was beautiful. Created. It was awesome. I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. And then changing the narrative is not a thing. So what do we do with this lovely website? Beautiful design, great idea, and we got changed over. So this story sucks now because I should have told it with the other story about the website, but now it feels random and backtracky. That's fine. The website's getting recreated, and I have an iPad that I love handwriting, so I've created the handwriting. I got the pen, and instead of typing all the text, I've handwritten it all. And this version, first version, it was on yellow notepad, and all the text was black. Now there's a bit of a color scheme. So I've got a yellow manila, like lawyer notepad, got little sticky notes, different colors, and the texts are different colors also. So I have a bit more of a colorful, lively feel. So that part's really exciting, and I had a call with on Monday and sent all the assets in later on that afternoon, and we're gonna meet on Friday, tomorrow, to see it. So that part's really cool. I'm really excited about that, and yeah, all of this talks too much information will be able to be do-do-do-do. And I paid $700 for a domain name. Premium domains, because they're cool, fancy, and memorable, they're not $15. Someone bought them, jacked it up, and so I had to spend $700 on a domain name. Now, when it renews on year 2, it's like $19 or whatever, like normal. But to get it, I had to spend $700, but it's done. And to have talkstoomuch.com, you just got to do it. So yeah, I have the .ca, but I wanted the .com. I have to have the .com. So you just get it, just spend the money on it, and trust that all that's worth it, and it is. So that's that on that. Lastly, speaking of spending money on things that you need, when we used to work down here, I had a brown leather-looking chair, and it was my computer chair. I'd work in it while I was editing, et cetera, et cetera. Things change. Working in space, likes a flat chair. I take the back off the chair, and the arms are getting kind of worn off anyway. So now it's just a flat, wide booty base stool. My back says, no, you won't, as I set up this workstation here to be able to work and observe what's going on. Not gonna happen. So now I need a chair. I did not plan on spending $500 on a chair, but that is what happened yesterday. Last couple of days I went Staples, sat on some chairs, felt what felt good. I see why gaming chairs and gamers can sit in these chairs for hours, because some of these gaming chairs was a big time. And I found one that was $400, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm spending this much money on a chair. Mind you, I'm sitting in this chair, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And there was another one that was $500, and I was cool with the $400 one, and it was nice, but then I kept sitting in the other one and feeling the difference and saying, for my back's sake, I'm gonna have to spend this extra $100. I'm just gonna have to do it. So I did it, and I got a beautiful gaming chair that will be placed in this workstation here in the corner. And it's where I'll do the editing of this. Instead of taking the hard drive, going upstairs and sitting in my kitchen editing, I need to set up the space with all this shit here and actually use it. So, and I need to be comfortable while I'm doing it, or I won't do it, which I've realized. This space is cool, but I can't work in this chair. Like, I can't use my computer in this chair. It's not meant for like everyday use. So this room, it's really not that big. So to have like a whole other setup with a whole other chair, it became kind of, I didn't work down here at all. So I have to create an area to work in this space. And so that's happening over there. I'm already seeing I've got like a corner shelf that's gonna have to go. So there's more room for this chair. But yeah, this is cool. My swivel arm head mount for the monitor is coming today. The screen that's recording, I cannot see it still. I will be able to see it tomorrow when we record. It's beautiful. HDMI splitter sitting there, so I've got a 75-inch screen in front of me that's off. So the little splitter will split it between this monitor and that monitor, and I'll be able to see the thing. So all that is good. And that'll be my workstation. I'm looking at the clock. I've got 27 minutes. I'll probably cut some of the start of this. Maybe not. This is nice though. I'm like half an hour. I didn't know how long I thought it would be. I could sit down and do this singular thing. And now that I'm in this groove of it, to do this every day for half an hour is fucking nothing. So that's my realization on day 3. And this machine that I have here has a live stream option. So if there were someone sitting in that seat, live switching between cameras, I actually could do this in real time and just sit down here and bang it out. So yeah, daily show? What?
My daddy makes art. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.